Ohio's rules for police accountability could be about to change forever. The state is at a crossroads, and the decisions made in the coming months could have a lasting impact on how law enforcement operates, not just in Ohio but potentially across the nation. Here's why this moment matters so much. This week, the U.S. Supreme Court made a landmark decision that overruled Ohio's Attorney General, effectively clearing the way for voters to have their say on a hotly debated issue, a constitutional amendment that directly targets qualified immunity for police officers. This move is significant because it shifts the power from state officials to the people, allowing Ohioans to decide the future of police accountability in their own state. But what exactly is qualified immunity, and why is it so controversial? Qualified immunity is a legal doctrine that shields government officials, including police officers, from being held personally liable for actions performed within their official capacity, unless they violated clearly established federal law or constitutional rights. In practice, this means that even if an officer is accused of misconduct, it can be extremely difficult for victims to win civil lawsuits against them. The rule was originally intended to protect officers from frivolous lawsuits, but critics argue it has gone too far, making it nearly impossible to hold law enforcement accountable in court. For many Ohioans, this legal shield has become a symbol of a justice system that sometimes fails to deliver accountability. High-profile cases of police misconduct, both in Ohio and nationwide, have fueled calls for reform. Supporters of the proposed amendment believe that ending qualified immunity is a crucial step toward justice, transparency, and restoring public trust in law enforcement. They argue that when officers know they can be held personally responsible for their actions, they'll be more likely to follow the law and treat everyone fairly. On the other hand, critics of the amendment have serious concerns. Law enforcement officials and some community leaders worry that removing qualified immunity could make policing much more difficult. They argue that officers might hesitate in dangerous situations, fearing personal lawsuits, which could put both themselves and the public at risk. There's also concern that the change could lead to a flood of lawsuits, straining the court system and making it harder to recruit and retain good officers. The debate is intense, with passionate voices on both sides. Despite the controversy, the movement for change is gaining momentum. Now, supporters of the amendment face a major challenge. They need to collect more than 400,000 valid signatures from Ohio voters to get the measure on November's ballot. This is no small feat, but grassroots organizers and volunteers are already out in force, canvassing neighborhoods, attending community events, and urging Ohioans to sign the petition. If they succeed and the amendment makes it onto the ballot, Ohio will become one of only a handful of states to put police accountability directly in the hands of voters. States like Colorado and New Mexico have already passed similar reforms, and all eyes are now on Ohio to see if it will join this growing movement. The outcome could set a powerful precedent, influencing debates and legislation in other states across the country. The bottom line? Ohio voters are on the verge of making a decision that could reshape the relationship between police and the communities they serve. The choice is about more than just legal rules. It's about the kind of justice system Ohio wants to have and the message it sends to the rest of America. In the coming months, expect to see heated debates, town hall meetings, and plenty of discussion as Ohioans weigh the pros and cons of this historic amendment. Whether you're for or against the change, one thing is clear: your voice and your vote matter more than ever. Stay tuned, Ohio. The future of police accountability is in your hands, and the whole country is watching to see what you decide. If you found this update helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more coverage on Ohio's big decisions and other important stories. Your support helps us keep you informed. Thanks for watching.